AGI House, a $68 million mansion in Hillsborough, California, just 40 minutes from Stanford, is an exclusive hub for tech innovation. Founded by Rocky Yu, it hosts elite hackathons, dinners, and fireside chats with partnerships from OpenAI and Anthropic.
Competing with Y Combinator, it attracts luminaries like Sergey Brin and Elon Musk, and investors such as Vinod Khosla and a 16Z representatives. With invitation-only access, AGI House cultivates a community dedicated to shaping the future.
Now, we are about to reveal what happens inside and speak with its mysterious founder.
This is the future original Apple garage. Rocky, welcome to the Pitch&Chips podcast. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. I'm Mr. Pitch. I'm Mr. Chips, sorry.
I'm Rocky. Welcome to AGI House.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here
My pleasure.
at the AGI House,
Yeah, you guys made an impression.
Just a bit of...
as well as the place itself.
Yeah.
You know. So, Rocky, please tell how it all started. What's behind the AGI House? What happened before that? And how did you get here?
Wow, that's a lot of questions.
Sorry, dude.
I started. So it's a simple goal. We're a bunch of people working in the AI industry. We happens to let's get together and then find a place that can host events and then bring all the best people we know in the industry together and then push it forward and. It happens to be AGI is the goal. That's we call the house AGI House.
So actually building AGI.
Yeah, that's well I think it's a little cliche to say we build it. I guess it's more like the idea, bring all the people who are behind it, and then we facilitate it for now. And eventually, we hope that we can contribute in the building process. Yeah, that's like the idea.
We want to get to know a bit of your story. So before you started AGI House, tell us your story about how you got to this place.
Yeah.
Well, how are you here?
I'm here.
Rocky, who are you?
Yeah, so who am I? Yeah. So
Please pitch yourself.
So my name's Rocky. Yeah. So I've been in the Silicon Valley for last more than a decade, working on the AI industry. So that's like, people think things happens really fast, suddenly overnight, but a lot of things has like a long preparation, like years, decades of making things. Yeah, and we're maybe we're lucky that doing the right time, and then things just take off. Yeah, that's right around the time like ChatGPT. I think the end of 2022. That's where we starting to have the idea, and then we have our friends happen to live in the house, and then we got the connections, and then I took over the place and then rebranded the house. They used to call itself NeoGenesis, actually.
All right.
Yeah, and then we just rebuild the whole community, start from scratch, and rename the house as AGI House with a mission, which is like accelerate humanity transition to AGI.
And how does the 68 million house help to transition to AGI?
I think the media thing make too much of the interpretation of the price and the grand place of this place. So there's multiple reasons. One, because we need a big enough place to host the events. That's the main consideration because this is not like, in San Francisco, a lot of hacker house.
Yeah.
So this is not that type of hacker house, like they have a few people live together and then maybe have a lot of discussions, host some events like internal, a few people. For us, we really want to serve the industry, like the AI. So for example, this is, once we host events, we have like more than 100 people. We need a decent size of the property. That's one.
Why not a farm? Why do you need this sort of property?
Actually, that's a very strategic thing. So before we decided on this place, because I know the places was here, but then there's a few other friends looking at other places. I think the main consideration, there's multiple considerations. One is we coming out of a pandemic. Okay. So San Francisco, the city has some, the issues, not as clean, you've been in the downtown area.
Yeah.
I lived in the city for 7-8 years actually, and before I moved down here. So number two is we want to start something that's really tailored to the industry, the AI, and then we want to bring the hardcore researchers and the builders. And that's we need to have a very good relationship with an academic institute as well. Because if you look at all the first batch of the AI companies, in general AI companies, you see like OpenAI, they started from some kind of research, right? So it's like, that's why we think, oh, we need to be close to like Stanford, Berkeley, at the same time, like close to San Francisco. This happened to be a
Nice
ideal
spot.
location.
Yeah.
And also it's very close to the airport. So it's like literally the center.
I've seen Sebastian from Google X and a lot of like amazing people right from the start, like last year in February, right? And even March, a lot of the big speakers used to come to AGI. Was it like leveraged networks initial, or was it like a campaign that helped you to get the people in? And how did it happen so? Yeah.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's like it's a long time in the making. Right? So we've been in the industry for long, and then this happens to be our network. And we like I mentioned at the beginning, our goal is to get the best people in the industry together, really trying to create a forum for us to talk about it, like what's the state of art and where are we go from here. So that's like I think you guys remember the earlier days when ChatGPT is people's like there's like dooms, there's even a number called a P-doom, right? Oh, the end of the world. Still people are talking about it, I guess. Yeah. But I think now calm down a little bit. I think we are still a little away from that. But I think if people really should understand this technology, focus on the positive economic impact to the society. Of course, we need to be careful. And then there's a lot of potential danger and to whatever you call it to humanity. But all those fears coming from like the misunderstanding, right? That's why we're trying to create this platform. People who create this technology, the founders of OpenAI, Google, they were here, and the people, the general public, can really have a dialogue. And then, and the people, the founders, building companies, building technology around this, building business around this technology to solve real world problem. That's where we are pushing.
And that's why you're trying to gather the best people to work on the regulations, to work on the actual technology as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's how we get started, and we happen to have this network of talents here, and then doing amazing things. That's what keeps my daily job fun.
So it's a very aggressive marketing campaign actually to bring the founders in.
I don't know whether it's aggressive marketing. I think it's like everything is everything happens for a reason, right? It's like if you design to have the best of founders, that they want to do amazing things. They want to be associated with the people who are like-minded, right? And the place, the number one, number two, if this is the place that inspires them, then why not, right? So it's like I don't know. There's an analogy. The early days of homebrew club, right? That's where Apple, Steve Jobs meet like Steve Wozniak. And we have a lot of the stories at AGI House. If you look at all the a lot of the early stage like founders that raise money from Sequoia, Andreessen, like NEA, they happen to like start the ideas from the house. And then you will see a lot more and more on those stories. There's multiple companies around.
So where's the garage?
That's the garage. That's the garage, actually.
Like I mentioned, our focus is not the people who really live there or anything. It's the people who come like gather here. It's like I think a location is not that. It's like a gathering point. That's what we choose the place, but not like people are gonna spend 24/7 here. So like once here, they're they're inspired. That's like a general idea. They're not necessarily living in the garage.
Yeah. You know, a lot of founders that we meet actually are talking about this mansion where everyone gathers. That's what they want to see first. So maybe we should go around.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the idea is we're gonna have we have companies doing like a audio generation. We will be able to produce a feature length like a movie out of the house through our technology that people who are working on here, who come here.
That's a nice idea to replace the videographer.
On Saturdays, this is where the hackathon happen. All the rooms are filled with people with tables. You can see in this room. And it's foldable tables, so I can move those out, and then we'll lay down on the floors, and people will just sit here.
So they basically take the whole space.
Yeah, it's almost the first floor. As I mentioned, that's to have like the critical mass, right? Critical cloud. It's like
how many people on average do
normally it's like 120 to 150. 250, yeah. Yeah, so this is the kitchen area. People like to hacking here, actually. They try to find the most comfortable place for them.
That's the best seats.
That's
the
the
top
best
row.
city, yeah.
So in AGI House during lunches you don't relax, you talk about AI.
Yeah, well, that's what we do here every day, yeah.
I
Okay.
think the best ideas come here, right? The best solutions.
The best
this is where the
solutions
future will
come
be
here,
built.
yeah. All those seminal moments that we're doing here, the technology we created, will have something to do with this house in the future.
Oh yeah, I've
You know
heard
the-
about it.
You know the Terminator, right? This is probably the spot where all the ideas and technologies
All the robots will be sent here.
We'll be sitting here to keep a conversation with us. Yeah, that's what the I think.
So we're gonna be replaced as well.
Yeah. So this is our actually brunch room. It's very interesting. You see the walls over there. There's a lot of computer generated images.
Using DALL-E or?
Yeah, different kinds of mid-journey, DALL-E, or anything. This is the ideas, like we have a lot of conversations with them. Every time we have a topic, have a guest here. We talk about, let's say, early days or foundation model. It's like a new form of AI power, like, I don't know, operating system. So we'll have guests like the founder of Android here.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the discussion around it. And different people have ideas and stuff. And then we'll have a prompt. Let's say, what's the future of humanity look like outside of Earth?
Yeah.
And then different kind of people have different imagination.
And they just like look.
And then we collective all the synthesize the prompt and feed into Mid-Journey or these kind of things.
Yeah.
And then we'll generate the different imaginations.
So each kind of
Yeah,
thing
represents the event.
the meeting that happened, right?
Stories, yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
What about this one in the middle?
That's the only picture that was taken.
Oh, I noticed.
So I think it helps us really to visualize, reimagine the future of humanity in some ways in different parts of society. That's, yeah.
And do you come up with the prompts for discussion in the meeting?
Well, different times, like different some like our guests or special points or different theme. Every time we have a topic, so that topic, the prompt will relate with that topic, and everyone answers with their prompt, and we collect the answer, and then that answer generates this.
So, considering the space left on the walls, not many events will happen.
we have way more events, but this is just like some random samples of things. Yeah. But the ideas we wish we have time to really redesign the house very well, make it more AI enabled everywhere, so that when you come here, you see the future.
Is there space for chips?
We rarely eat the snacks here because people we only, like, for example, hackathons only a few hours. People really hands down and doing stuff. Yeah.
So what's the food that fuels the AI innovation?
We do have the sandwiches and dinners. Yeah.
Was that painted by a robot?
Not right now. Not right now. It will happen.
Nice try though.
Yeah. So this is the backyard. Normally we'll have a small gathering people during breaks.
Yeah.
And that's where our music room. So every Friday, most of the Fridays, not every evening, we'll have musicians and come over. So it happens to be like jamming together. So it's one of the casual activities we have.
Yeah.
Most of the other time, well, even the casual activity, people think about how AI generates music. So this is our music room, yeah. We actually have some musicians here, like we have Grammy Award winners and the DJs, Chainsmoker, I think also Grimes here before, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen you want to replace this. You have a
well,
hackathon upcoming, the music one, right?
Yes, well, not a replacing it, and how to like co-create, I guess. Co-create, right?
So artists with AI.
Artists with AI, I think one of those people like Grimes, I was thinking very forward thinking, like what's the new form of artists, right? Kind of like let us think in the age of AI. What's like what's music to them, what's video, MTV, what different kind of mediums. There might be new things coming out. Yeah, we're excited. What's ahead? Yeah.
So similar to Einstein had a violin, he got his creativity from it. So here you...
Yeah, people have the inspiration, creativity. Yeah, we do have musicians working on AI, trying to have a new way of, I don't know, DJ composing music together. Yeah, so stuff are happening even though it's a music room. Yeah.
So this is the music AGI room.
You can call that. We don't have a formal name yet.
Oh, right. So we need to make one, right?
Yeah, sure.
How do you track the transition success?
What do you mean transition success?
So you have a mission to
Yeah,
make a transition to the AGI,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So how do you track your movement towards the goal?
I think we're still just getting started.
All right.
Yeah, and the process is we do our plan.
Yeah.
So what do you see from media or anything last year? The whole thing basically we get all the best people in the AI industry really working on the technology and building prototype, the founders, the builders here building prototypes. I think this is just the initial phase, building phase, and then we have the rest of the world, the different industry. We have the transition barely started. I think our job is really building this connection and then bring this talent and people, the ideas, the product they're building to the real world. So we'll go to different industries, bring all the CEOs, executives here, and then we facilitate the conversation, building a technology to solve their problems.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that room
That's our
brought the main innovation to this world, right?
Yes, that's what we definitely hope. This is we call if AGI ever happens, maybe coming from here.
Yeah, sure. That's where we expect to be. Yeah.
I know there's always people are thinking maybe AGI will come from, I don't know, OpenAI or some other place. I think there's a misconception that AGI will not happen overnight.
Aren't you financed by Google?
No, we have we don't have any official relationship with them. They are our partners.
Unofficial.
We have all sorts of VCs and companies, corporations working with us.
I've seen Sergey here.
Well, we also see Andre, a CEO with major companies here. Our job is to bring everything to
Attract the biggest talent.
Yeah, biggest talents, the most ambitious people here, to really make impact. Yeah.
And Sergey Brin just...
he was here a couple of weeks ago, for sure.
Yeah.
What's his take on AGI and on...
Did you like the room?
He definitely thinks it's an exciting time to do whatever we're doing because he was retired basically, and then because of this impact of this technology, this little thing for society, we live in a very exciting time, and because of all this, the importance of the things, and then he come out of retirement.
Yeah, I heard he came back to Google to code himself.
Yeah, he did. Actually, we post a video on our AGI House.
He was coding here as well.
Did he win?
I have no comment on that. I have no comment.
Did he win the hackathon?
I have no comment on that, but he definitely inspired the founders here. I mean, people like him has everything already, don't need but he is still showing up with the builders and founders. I think this is the Silicon Valley spirit, right? I don't know whether in UK, but the rich people in UK, would they ever go to this kind of activities, right? I think they're too busy maybe for this,
too busy,
right?
of course. Just eating chips, they don't have time for this.
I think this is what's amazing about the Silicon Valley culture, the founders, the real true founders, right?
Exactly,
never forgot the roots, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's where people really want to be here, want to be involved, and really got inspired doing amazing things like him, right? In the future. Yeah.
And do people also sleep here, or do they have some other space?
we don't sleep. People don't sleep here. Well, we have some residents here, but most of the people come to events. They don't. That's too operational heavy, I guess. Yeah.
And how do you become a resident here?
I think it's all happens naturally. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
like you're a resident.
I would say. So we only have a few rooms. So the few rooms is more for our close friends to help build the community.
Okay.
But that's not our focus. Our focus is the people who come here.
Yeah.
So come for the events and stuff. Yeah.
And mostly the smartest conversation happened in these two chairs over there, right?
So this room, because a lot of times we have the people who will do the last time Sergey was here doing a talk is Q&A is actually standing in that position. Yeah. So
Right.
this is because we have AGI dinner on Friday, and then the configuration Wednesday. Different events, we have different configuration in the room. People were standing and fill the room. Yeah.
So there are two types of events that happen in AGI House: AGI dinners and AGI hackathons. Is that right?
We have different types of things. Those are more like semi-public events.
Right, okay.
So most of the events are private because we have limited resource and then.
Oh, okay. So that the public doesn't come, right?
Yeah, I think because we need to be, for example, we host a dinner. There's only 24 seats.
Of course, yeah.
Right? You need to be aware who to come here.
Do you randomize the guest
Not
list?
randomized. For different topic, we want to invite the people we respect.
You maximize.
Right? We respect and we admire, right? We want them to be here. Yeah.
Okay, so you basically have the list of guests and you choose
Choose to invite and
to optimimes the topic that you're going to
Depending
talk
on the
about.
area of expertise and.
yeah, exactly. So all that.
So how often do these events take place here?
It depends, but this year happens more often because of all the demand. I think people have the interest. They want to. I guess it's like I mentioned, it's amazing time. And,
Yeah.
we definitely see a lot of more demand. Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
more often, almost every week. Yeah.
How many hackathons did you have in total last year?
We don't have a number yet. At least we have 1 or 2 every month. Yeah. So it's
Oh, you don't have like a dashboard, like another few hundred.
And any developer, any team can come to the hackathon, right?
No, it's also a selection process, right? So we want to curate every topic. The idea is like we want the most talented people to be around it. Right?
So it's like an application. They send
it's
their
it's
CV, their like, previous work.
Based. It's a it's a merit based, and we evaluate based on it's like a VC evaluate a company, a founder, different kind of metrics, right? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. You have a flying boat here.
We do, yeah. We one of the community.
Is it parked around here?
I'm not parking around the founder. Yes, our very close friend, and her company is called Navia Boat. I think you saw that from.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
I mean, it's incredible what you do here. Every space is, cultivated to fuel creativity, for people to bounce off ideas each other. So it's amazing what you do here. So
I think, Rocky, this mansion truly creates the entrepreneurs in AI world and motivates them to create something new. So I can definitely see the transition happening.
yeah.
Well, it's happening, right? And the thing is, how do we help make it so that at a certain rate, a certain way? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here?
We can see how this is the future original Apple garage sort of. This is where the AGI will be.
Yeah, we won't call this a garage, I say, but
But it's better than Y Combinator rooms, right?
sure, but we don't. That's not how we think about it, right? So you could in other ways explore it. If this is a place how for us to reimagine the future of humanity, how the society we should work on, because you imagine it and then you really building like a facilitate people to the technology to build the future, right? Only you first dream about it and then you build it towards it, and maybe it doesn't hurt to have a nice place so that the future is brighter and it's nicer instead of doom.
I mean, Rocky, robots will love this place. You know what I mean?
Sure, we can coexist, right? The robots running around and we have humans. Yeah.
I mean, the soon time will come, and we'll be all replaced. Thanks for showing around.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
So we actually plan to conquer your events with the chips. I know we don't have the expertise to be in these private events, right?
Yeah.
But the chips will kind of add value.
So that's your children story.
Yeah, that's our spies, We're just gonna put it on the table, like a few hundred boxes.
Well, we might want our people who build AGI more healthier. Right?
We'll create the healthy chips.
Healthy chips.
But that's just gonna be a reminder as well,
Okay.
You have to be healthy, right, to eat this.
So do you also call this kind of thing chips?
Chips, yeah. In London, it's chips,
So
yeah.
as long as like fries, right? American people.
Here,
We still call it chips, you know.
Okay.
Just because we're from London, we can't.
And because we also want to revolutionize the world, so chips will
because
take over.
he's Mr. Chips and I'm Mr. Pitch, you know. It's just the way it works.
Okay.
But yeah, we were talking about different verticals that happen each time you have like an AGI meeting, whether private or not. So tell me more, how do you choose these verticals?
It's a combination of things around like where we are in terms of technology kind of things. Like for example, beginning of last year, the everything started with this thing called a foundation model. Right. So naturally, a lot of conversations evolve around that. Where's the limitations of a model, the ceilings, and where's the potential directions needed to have breakthroughs. And then, as people need to build the prototypes, they need the infrastructures, how to use those models. And then people are talking about the infrastructures, what kind of tools to build around the models to make it work, right? So that's where the conversations around that. And then, people are starting to building applications, consumer applications, like, I don't know, character AI, those kind of things. So how where are we? What's the technology can do for that? And then there's enterprise, and or different sector, or Gen AI in, I don't know, vertical, horizontal, healthcare, or creativity, movie industry, different kind of things.
So it's just a mix.
Yeah.
You don't really prioritize in terms of the problems that, you know.
Yes, it's not a problem. I think it also happens where we are. For example, certain things may be a little further along. So it's like maybe it's more immediate kind of impact. We sometimes choose a topic around that. Right? Yeah.
You know, you're at the forefront of AI innovation, and you communicate with the smartest talent. For a lot of the audience who will be watching this, they don't know what's happening, and a lot of them are worried for their jobs being replaced. So, what can you tell about like where AI is moving and how the future will look like?
Yeah, I think it's like we have a lot of conversation around here, even at the house, with internally with the people, I guess. It will happen. I mean, that's why we call it accelerated humanity transitioning, because, but don't need to be panic. I think there's a lot of people have trying to come up with different analogies. You look at I don't know, a few hundred years ago, like the farmers, right, on the earth, like the majority of them are farmers. And then as the industrial revolution, I think, I don't know the number today, is only 2% of the people are farmers. People live in the city, but they transition out to do other things, right? So people used to do the farm work, now they learn the new skills to do other things. So I think we're going to face similar things, right? Yeah.
But for people can do, I think like three main tasks. They can do physical work, intellectual work, and creative work. Yeah. But so the industrial revolution, it replaced a lot of the manual work. Yeah. And now AI is going to replace, first of all, the manual work. For example, self-driving cars. It's going to replace the biggest employer in history. And also a lot of the intellectual and creative work. So surely, where is the potential to replace it? Where is the potential to learn new skills in what areas?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the society, America is like the GDP. I think the majority part of them is called the industry called the service industry. When in our economics book, there's a first industry, second industry, and a third industry, the service industry, right? So if that's where we're going, maybe we're having more people concentrating on what's exciting. Yeah.
Jensen Huang, the NVIDIA founder, he recently said that you're in 10 years you're not going to really need to know how to code. You'll build stuff, but so what do you think about that? And
well, it's a very good comment. I think it's like Andre has a very interesting, actually one of a very close friend, Andre Capacity. He was he says the English is a new programming language. Maybe it's a little biased. There will be more other languages as a new programming language. It's more natural languages as a programming language, right? So it's like it looks like it's like that way. But if I don't know whether you guys are engineer, but if you I remember my days like 10, 20 years ago, we're learning like assembly language.
Assembly,
right? And then we have the C++, like an abstraction, and then we have the Pythons. Like the abstractions are higher and higher. So I think this is another level of abstraction. Maybe in the future, I don't know, the programming language is a different form of abstraction.
So what advice would you have for people entering university, or for people, what should they learn? Should they just learn English and just learn how to like prompt the AI better?
I mean, if you're looking back, even when I remember when I was in school, we still learned the fundamentals of the technology, right? I think the same thing. Of course, we'll start with, let's say, what's the foundation model, the technology where we have today, and then those things will help us guide us through what are the new tech skills we need to learn in the future to adapt the society. I think that's one big mission of the AGI House. Really want to make sure this is the process is like a smooth process. Yeah.
So a lot of the discussions happening here in the AGI House, what is like the main result out of them, apart from the nice photos?
Yeah, for us it's like think of it as a forum, right? We for us we really want to unleash human potential, your creativity. For example, you guys are here. I want to make sure you guys did the best job here. Like you have this aspiration to do the best work, and that's why we're creating environment, create a place. For example, some people want to use this to really reimagine education, reimagine like entertainment, the image video creation. Like one of our residents here, Piki Labs, I don't know what's in the company, is incubated here. Basically, the founder started, wanted to build the best model to really helping people to create a new form of entertainment, image video kind of stuff. Yes, and they're doing very well. Yeah.
Are there any particular problems that you think you're kind of bothered by in terms of AGI that AGI can actually solve for you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm a tech guy. I like a lot of people in Silicon Valley. It's like, there's a common, I wouldn't say commons, like if you see, we like the space, we like the biotech kind of thing. We really solve, I don't know, make people healthier, live longer, to I don't know, healthy family, different kind of situation. I think there's a lot of potential in those things, yeah.
And of course, you're tired of coding.
That's why you want AI to solve that problem.
You want it to become more abstract then?
Well, English just speaking to the AI.
If you are a coder, I think maybe coding for a living, maybe it's a different job or a different feeling. But like when you're a real coder, sometimes you enjoy that process. I mean, it's entertainment, right? Yeah. It's I think Greg Bookman, I think he said that coding sometimes he enjoys a lot, right? Even though at his level, he's working at OpenAI, build this technology to don't need to code that much, yeah.
At some point, the coding will become so abstract, it's just going to be like eating chips. Right?
Eating chips, logics, right? And I don't know, reasoning, I mean...
I just coded 3 lines, you know? I coded that as well.
Well, yeah, maybe the form will change. Yeah.
Far away from the assembler.
What are the biggest risks you see with achieving AGI, with getting to AGI?
AGI governance. Please, your take on that?
Well, there are a lot of people talk about
Stop
that.
AGI.
Yeah, stop AGI. And, I think it's like the term maybe a little bit overused, abused, or something. We use that term because I think that's we see the economic impact, the social impact part of things, the positive side of things. I think that's where we want to drive towards. Because on the other side, there's a underlying meaning. People, okay, this is gonna really impact humanity, the existence of humanity. I think that's the underlying. We should definitely be the technology has the potential and is happening very fast. We need to be careful. Yeah. So that's like I think you see a lot of activities like OpenAI, right?
What is your time estimate for seeing the first robot as a resident in the AGI House?
We already have one.
Upstairs, yeah.
I don't know.
I thought you were real. Rocky, what the hell?
We host a hackathon. Basically, the ideas like the ChatGPT with all the language models, right, and the vision, the multimodal.
Yeah.
And then it's on the computer. Now we put that into I don't know, the Boston Dynamic, the dog, right? We had a hackathon here, and actually, it's already those simple things, and you can reimagine a lot of like people as a concierge and a tour guide, for example, guests coming over, show them around. It's very interesting stuff we can do already.
You've been thinking about the tour guide today, right?
Could be like maybe I don't need to be here when you guys.
A robot eating chips. Yeah.
I don't know whether they need to eat chips, but they can definitely show you around the AGI house.
Sorry for that.
That we can do. Yeah, so I can be on my other meetings. Yeah.
We'll send robots as well to talk with you next time.
Sure.
What's your definition of AGI? So how would you define it actually?
For us, I think AGI that's internally, that's like how much they can do the human level work, right? It's like either that threshold. What's that threshold? There's a certain different task category of tasks humans can perform, and then the machines will test against that, right? Or the intelligence. I think for us, we are less worried about the definition of AGI. I think if you buy what's a lot of the metrics you saw on the GPT-4 on those numbers, it's already passing the average human level, right? So it's maybe we're already there. The people, the wish is aligned with our thesis. AGI not happen overnight. It's going to be a process. So that's why our job is here. Is really bring this technology, the knowledge, the technology, and really apply it to the things. For example, maybe the video creation, the podcast will be a lot easier. Maybe after a couple of years.
Exactly. Yeah,
we'll see that happen.
That's what we expected.
Yeah.
Maybe you can share some secrets with us. Is there maybe a legend about AGI that we don't know?
All you saw is all we know.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Do you see a couple of companies being at the forefront of AGI? So like OpenAI?
Oh yeah, they are definitely at the forefront. OpenAI, XAI, and Anthropic, and Google DeepMind, the Google guy, and the Meta, those guys, right? Yeah.
Okay. Well, Rocky, thanks for having us.
Absolute pleasure. Yeah. Well, hopefully you have fun.
Incredible to have you. Thank you so much, Rocky. Thank you.
Yeah.